My bad, Joe. Oh, was daar de move naar de wifi zijn? Ooh, good take. This nigga missed the layup. Come on, Brian. Damn, bro.
This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This nigga
And
missed a
we are in
fucking
the
layup, bro.
Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Today
That was
we've
a good
got a
fucking
good
take, 2 years.
NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Bro, the Lakers was never a good 3-point shooting team. Even before LeBron got there. There was never really a good 3-point shooting team.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. In motion left is Watkins. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is caught. Touchdown. Allen Lazard, 64 yards. And the Packers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Bro, why they keep playing the same shit, bro? God damn, you know that shit was crazy?
On 1st down, they'll kick off the drive with Dallas. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard.
I swear, bro. To go out and get in the game yet? But they did say he's coming off the bench, so.
A lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
No, that shit's gonna fucking happen. As soon as I went to audible to that defense, he picked the damn play.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You're always thinking about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
On 4th down, Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out right at the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing again is Smith. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Geno now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Finding space at the 40. He's still on his feet, and he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. On 1st down, Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And the slot man goes in motion left. Rodgers to throw once more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He's got room past the 30 and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play action. It's Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now, that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Rodgers going to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they have regained the lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Smith. Trying to lay one up deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now Geno on 1st down. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he goes down, and it's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage. Turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Smith on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
Smith throwing again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This complete to Lockett. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They snap it to Smith. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 24, Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Running left is Walker. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Back to throw, Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. They'll try and run it here. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Geno now to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And incomplete on the deep ball. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Rodgers throwing here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's...
And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rodgers looking to throw. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, This game's over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Right to the air is Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. The slot man in motion right. From the 22. Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. This one to the former Raven. That's Sammy Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jones trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Dillon will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 34. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 25. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jackson on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, get me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's second and a yard. Dobbins running out of the gun. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On first down, Rodgers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. In motion left is Watkins. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the 22, Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal. Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This goes out wide for Mixon. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
Now Burrow on first down to Mixon on the check down. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Mixon is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Mixon again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Burrow going for it on 4th. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Rodgers now on first down.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Rodgers again now. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And Burrow going to throw again. Buying time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down. In motion left is Watkins. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan. 51 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Well, now how about this return?
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here. Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone, it's a